And who might you be?
You stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder. I love you.
I know.
Hello everyone and welcome to Frozen in Carbonite. It's time for another randomizer chat. So, let's generate a number. 159. Right, ladies and gentlemen, set 159 is defending the trench. And I didn't plan for this to happen, as you've seen from generating a random number, but this just happens to be one of my favourite objective sets in the game. For more different reasons than what the actual objective set is, but we'll go over the objective set first. So it's defending the trench, it's an Imperial Navy, and it's a 10-2. Blimey. While this objective is in the victory compile, it counts as 2 objectives, so you really don't want to lose this one. So yeah, it looks very menacing when it's on the board, all that 10 health. I have lost it a few times. Sometimes I've had 2 of these out, and it's been very interesting game. But it's not an objective I rely on in my type of decks. But I play this set for the rest of the cards. But yes, this was an interesting new mechanic at the time of having objectives count for more than they're worth in the victory pile. So yeah, so that's defending the trench. So in defending the trench, we have Darth Vader with 5/4, 4 force pips, 2 black guns, 1 black bomb, 1 white bomb. Character, force user, pilot, and black squadron. He's elite, and then he has a pilot ability that while enhanced unit is participating in an engagement, an opponent cannot initiate card effects, and that is a really quite powerful effect and a nice protective effect of when you're in the engagement, so that the opponent can't pull off any tricks. So yeah, Vader, great card. Once again, like I say, I use this set for something different, and I'll get to that in a minute. But from a pilot's point of view, and as we'll get to it, Black Squadron is a trait mechanic which the dark side pilots use quite a bit of. So there's Navy cards with Black Squadron, and there's Sith cards with Black Squadron, and some of the mechanics pretty gel well. It's one of the deck archetypes that actually sort of sometimes works. There's very different methods that you can go about creating a deck, and having Vader along for the ride as a pilot can be quite interesting. But for what I've used him for is his force pips, because this guy is mainly an edge card for me. It's mainly because I'm using this set completely different. I'm not including it for pilots. I'm including it for its edge effects, and that's coming later with the fake card that's in here. When we move on to the next card, there is a nice chance mechanic of with his TIE fighter of popping him into play, and that has happened once or twice when I've been playing. Is you get free Vader, and it's quite fun. Anyway, it's a generic Vader spread of icons, and aside from that, his pilot ability is quite useful, and it's not an expensive pilot ability either, so 2 costs just to put him in. Star of the set of units for this set is Vader's TIE Advance. So it's got it's 3 cost, 3 health, 2 pips, 1 black gun, 1 black bomb, 1 white tactics, vehicle fighter, black squadron. It's got a great reaction. After this unit is focused to strike, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a black squadron card, put it into play if able, otherwise return it to the top of your deck. So in this can be pretty tasty in full-fledged black squadron decks, because you can be popping TIEs and pilots and Vaders, and your board just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's quite something. I love it for its control element. It's a nice card I like playing early game. Gives me tactics I need, and it's a nice. It starts laying down a little bit of damage early on because 'cause usually with my decks there's something a bit more uh, like hidden in the wings, and while this is out, just laying the seeds of damage, seeding the objectives of damage so that I can go for a late game destruction path. But yeah, so it has its potential of it's a nice control unit to begin the game with because it's nice cheap with tactics. It's got a bit of power behind it, and then you can go on the offensive with it and then start also triggering its reaction. So I like Vader's TIE Advance. It's a nice unit, and I don't mind playing it out. Right, next is a Black Squadron Fighter. Generic 2, cost 2 health, TIE Fighter, a black bomb, a white gun, and vehicle fighter Black Squadron. Once again, like I say with the Black Squadron mechanic, you can pop more TIE fighters out. So this is another unit, cheap unit that I don't mind playing out when I've got a lot of defensive control units because I usually used to include this in like a Civ control deck, and so I'll be controlling the board with the other units, and then I have these pesky little TIE fighters that'll be coming out on the attack and just laying down some damage, and then the light side is caught in a bind of do they defend it or do they save themselves for being locked out by the other Civ cards. So it's a nice little offensive unit, and because of the bomb, because when it goes on the offensive, it doesn't actually necessarily have to win the edge. So all good there. Yep, it's a nice unit. The weak card of the set, closed formation. It's great for a tie deck, but I only have one use for this card, so it is useful for me. Not sure for everyone, but I'll go over the card anyway. It's closed formation. It's 1 cost enhancement. Enhance your play area. Reaction. After a fighter unit enters play, place 1 shield on that unit. And it's got a Black Squadron trait as well. So, like I say, with the potential of all these Black Squadron things popping in, this could even pop into play. And then when your fighters pop into play, suddenly they're all shielded up, ready for the attack. If you notice, there's no force pips on this, and that is what I use it for. I use it to go with my Twist of Fates to make it look like I'm putting extra cards in and faking out the twists, because that's what I like to do. But yeah, I'd say not much else used for this. I mean, when I'm using it in my decks for the Civ controls, this card's pretty pointless, so I only use it for the bluffing mechanic, or I just toss it. And then my favourite card, and I guess if I was doing the Carbonite Chamber, for real, I know I put Twist of Fate in as my favourite card, but if there is a card that players are known for, and a lot of the known players in this game will always be known for like a key card that made them a name. Probably name a few. Well, I think I know a few. So like players like Kira Mode would say Kraken was his like signature card, and there's so many different people that have their signature cards. Like Mick Sipper, probably known for the Death Star. Attacking the Death Star dial when he won Worlds. My card, I guess, that I'm known for in the UK is I Have You Now, and I have upset a lot of people with this card. Not intentionally, but it just has been a clutch card and has just sometimes turned games on its head, where all it takes is a last ditch effort to win an edge battle, and then I can take out a key unit. And sometimes if you play your edge battles right and you can bait people in, they just don't see it coming. And like I say, using this in a like a Civ control deck where they do have a lot of good edge cards and you've got lots of Twists of Fate, you sort of have a good control of getting this going off. Now the reverse card for the light side is in Luke's set, and I have put that to good use, but it's a lot harder because it's a lot more difficult for the rebels to win edge, and you sort of have to build the deck the same way. You have to look for Twist of Fates and and hope you have a Twist of Fate and this around about the same time, so you got a better guarantee of winning the Edge battle. But this card is brought me many good memories. Almost got me to the finals of the National. Unfortunately, I couldn't trick John Paul, and he had too many good Edge cards, so I couldn't win the Edge and take him out. But yeah, I've been to regionals, and when you have that moment in a tournament, and someone shouts, cries out because this has gone off, and everyone looks around, and they go, "Oh, there you go, Anton's at it again." Yeah, it's I have you now, and yeah, I love this card. I love this set because what I like about this is, whilst yes, it's fighters, I've just found ways to put it in many different decks, and I think it's just good memories for me. It'll always go down as my signature card. I mean, luckily I'm one of these players who does like to mix things around, so I won't always rely on it. But I think for the sometimes for the tournaments and that, I don't mind putting it in. I'm sure if you check YouTube, you'll find some matches where this has gone off if I'm involved in it. And yeah, so that is the set. That is Defending the Trench. And whilst it doesn't look that much as a set, God, when you get it in a deck, you've got great edge card, good attacking control unit, some nice attacking fodder. You don't care if you lose it because you're relying on the rest of your deck to keep you out of trouble. A nice bait card, and then the piece de resistance. One of the best fate cards out there. And those of you know that I am working on designing a Frozen Carmelite set. Whilst I can do reprints, I think I'd get kicked to pieces if I reprinted I Have You Now. So I won't do that. It will stay where it is in this set and in Luke's set. That is Defending the Trench. So once again, please comment, like, tell your stories. I've got one guy who loves posting reports up of how he builds decks around things, so I'm sure he'll have lots to say on this. But those who have played me and have played against this, what memories do you remember? Did I cause a bit of an upset, or did I not trick you? We'll have to see. Anyway, that's the end of this video, and goodbye everyone. Take care.